Welcome to the Equipping the Saints radio talk show, an informational talk show with you in mind. So prepare your hearts and your minds to be empowered, encouraged, and equipped through today's broadcast, Equipping the Saints.
Well, hello and God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of the Equipping the Saints radio talk show. This is your host, Apostle Marcus Beckton, and truly I'm honored and pleased to have you hanging out with me on today's broadcast. I'm really excited about today's broadcast and what's going to be said on the show on today. Today is the fourth Thursday, and as those of you, my loyal listeners, as you know, the fourth Thursday is a better you. And the purpose, of course, of this show is to strengthen individuals mentally and physically. And so today, my guest is here with some things that's going to help us on the physical side of our life and help to strengthen our life. And, you know, the Bible tells us that whenever we're strengthened, then we're to reach back and to strengthen our brother. And I believe that this is what these two young men are on the show with us today, that's what their plans and that's what their intentions are, to reach back. And as the Lord has blessed them, that they're reaching back and to help strengthen their brother. And so I'm very honored to have with me on the show Mr. Adagio Faison and Mr. Michael Bond, and we're so honored to have both of these gentlemen with us on today. And welcome, guys, to the Equipping the Saints radio talk show.
Thank you very much.
Amen. First of all, Mr. Faison, if you would, and I'll let you start off. Just tell us a little bit of who you are and where, basically where you're from, and basically what you're doing right now.
Well, my name is Adagio Faison, of course. I'm from good old Sampson County, North Carolina, Turkey to be exact, for anybody who knows about North Carolina. And what I do, I'm a cosmetologist full-time in the Raleigh area. And it always came across, you know, just learning people and being in the field that I am, I was always able to help people with their appearance when it came to hair and just making people feel good about themselves. But there was something missing, and now that I have my hands on what I have my hands on, I can also help them inside as well as far as nutrition. And so what I do in the salon and what I do on the health side, it works in a direct correlation, you know, together. So I'm excited to be on the show and excited to feed this information to hungry listeners who want this knowledge.
Okay, very good. Michael, if you would just tell us a little bit about yourself as well before we jump into the main topic.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me again. I'm originally from Williamston, North Carolina. Currently reside in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. My background out of college was electrical engineering. I was in corporate America for quite some time. The last couple of years, I've been a full-time entrepreneur, and I'm very, very excited about just being a part of your show and helping to just spread the news on how individuals can live a life that's even better. So thanks for having me.
All right, very good. Thank you both again for being up here. All right, well let's jump right into the topic at hand. What you guys are doing, or what you have that is that has the potential and that is, I'm sure, helping people health wise. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Well, what we have going on, we're independent associates with a company called ID Life, and what ID Life entails, what ID means in this instance is individually designed life. And with a lot of health products, you know, we've basically been taught that, you know, you take this one product fits all, which ID Life is a little different than that, because with it being individually designed, it's suited to fit the individual's needs. And that just blew my mind when it came across my table. I said, okay, Now this is something that I can actually work with, and so I love the products, and I want to give my partner a chance to say anything that he wants to say upon this topic as well, before we get too deep in the situation.
Okay.
Thank you. One of the things that I really was looking for was an opportunity that I could begin to impact lives. I think I've gotten to a point in my life where obviously we're looking to generate some things for my family, but at the same time, anything that occupied any large percentage of my time, I wanted it to be to helping others. And there's a quote by the former U.S. General Surgeon, basically where out of 2.4 million deaths that occur in the U.S. each year, 75% of those are the result of avoidable nutritional factor diseases. And I think all of us have lost someone too soon. Thinking about my grandmother, thinking about my grandfather, and the things that they had dealt with, before succumbing. And I just look at what can I do to help my neighbor, to help someone to live a life that's nutritionally better. There's no claim that we have per se as it relates to diagnosing or treating or curing or preventing any disease. But I think we all can agree that from a nutritional perspective, in this fast food society where things are wanted in a quick way, we all can do some things to help support our nutrition in a better way. And the products that I saw with this company, ID Life, and the CEO, Logan Stout, I was just very impressed and felt like we had a solution that not only would work for my family or my loved ones, but anyone that we share this business with. And the products are second to none, and very, very excited about being here today to share a little bit about some of them.
Awesome. Now, is this, and I may be jumping the gun now with the products, as far as, is this one product, several products, shake, peel form? Tell us a little bit as far as exactly what this entails.
Okay, the product line, it's not just a shake or a peel. We have a vast majority of products, that work together. Just to name a few of my favorite products, of course, we have an ID Nutrition, which entails, if anyone goes on to my website, they can take a free assessment, and it's just going to ask you questions about your daily life, your lifestyle, your nutritional habits, things like that. It's HIPAA compliant to that person, and it's going to it's going to get down to the nitty gritty. But at the end of the day, once you finish that assessment and you purchase that product, what's going to come to you is our vitamins, basically, and they're suited to help your nutrition, because just like my partner said, in this fast food world, we're not getting what we need. We're eating a lot of junk, even down to our sleeping habits and things like that. We're not getting a lot of things that we need. So ID Nutrition kind of it helps to fill those gaps. And another one of my favorite products are what we have are called sleep strips. And I don't know for a lot of people, if they get the sleep they need or not, but for me, I was working at Walmart late nights, but also being in the salon during the day. So on my nights off, my body was like, okay, you're not supposed to be asleep. You're supposed to be up, for another 10 hours. So sleep strips, which have a nice dosage of melatonin in them, they help to relax your mind, not necessarily putting you to sleep, but it just help relieve and relax your mind. Because with my mind, it runs 1,000 miles per hour, and so I remember the first time I actually took the sleep strips, I was like, okay, all right, and it just put me in a in a state of mind where it was ease. And I actually say I wanted to watch a TV show that night, but the TV ended up watching me. Uh, but I'm gonna turn it over to my partner and let him give some insight on some of his favorite products as well.
Yeah, and just to kind of piggyback off of the ID nutrition, one of the things that was very near and dear to me was, I think all of us have probably experienced this, is that we walked into a store, we went over to the nutritional supplement section, and there's just shelves after shelves of bottles after bottles of different things that we might have heard was good, we might have heard something on the news about it or read it on the internet. But one of the things about the ID nutrition that I love, and Adagio mentioned, it is free and it's HIPAA compliant, which basically keeps your privacy. There's no one that's going to look at the data that you put in, but basically the outcome of it is a personalized pharmaceutical grade nutrition. And it's literally going to be delivered. It has your name on it. It tells you what to take in the morning, what to take at dinner, and it recommends what you need. It pretty much leaves out what you don't, and it blocks things that's known to the system to have adverse effects based on the answers you provide. It takes into account any medication that you may be taking, as well as any disease that you may be suffering from. I believe, just in my opinion, it's going to really revolutionize the health and wellness industry, just with the individuality of what ID Nutrition provides. That's one of the ones that, obviously my wife and I are on this product. My mother-in-law is on this product, and we just all have testimonials as far as what it's really began to do for us. But just to kind of address just some of the other things that we may have, and I know, Adagio, you're going to be sharing some information on how the listeners can look and read up on it more. But there's a skincare line that we have. We have a kids line that has a shake as well as vitamins for kids. You mentioned the sleep strips, which are absolutely tremendous. I think all of us can use a better quality of sleep. I've never been one to not be able to sleep, but the level in which I'm able to sleep now to give my body the rest that it needs, I believe really helps to promote a lot of the positive things that I'm seeing from a personal perspective. There's different energy drinks that we have. We have our energy shots, as well as some that you can actually mix in with a bottle of water, which is very, very powerful. Those that are workout folks that really like to hit the gym, we have pre and post workouts. That's available for you. There's snack bars, his, her bars, kids bars that all are tailored towards the needs of literally men, women, as well as kids. There's lean that begins to help with looking at some of the fat that's in our bodies as well. You mentioned shakes. We definitely have a shake there as well. So there's a plethora of products and services that we have. And the thing that really I love about the company is that anyone that goes on the website can click on all of these products and services. There's a frequently asked questions section. There's supplement facts about it. There's a video literally to talk about each one of the products as well, to help educate you on what is actually available and what those particular products would do for you. And so that was very powerful. Hopefully that answers your question as far as just the different forms of what we have.
Yes, sir. It certainly do. Now, gentlemen, let me ask you this. And the products sound real good. It sounds, from what you're sharing with us. But how important is it? And I heard you mention that we do live in a society or a time rather now, with so many fast food restaurants, and even not just the fast food restaurants, but so much stuff now are being that people are purchasing out of cans, out of frozen prepared meals, things of that nature, where you just stick it in the microwave, you grab and go, and you're not really getting all of the necessary stuff. How important it is that today that we have these necessary ingredients or these necessary vitamins and all this other stuff that we, even if we're missing it, that how important is it for us to get it? Do you have any type of I know you mentioned earlier, and I know I'm asking a long question, but you mentioned earlier about everyone that have lost family members and that, you
Mhm.
know, from certain diseases that probably had a lot to do with the fact that, you know, that they was not getting the necessary nutritions. And even when we cook food, sometimes people are not cooking the right food. So how important, my question is, how important is it today that we get those necessary vitamins and nutritious things that we need for our bodies?
I'll take a stab at that, Adagio, if you don't mind.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's very important.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, I think you know, we literally perish for things that we don't know.
Hmm.
And I think it's a education that really needs to take place. You know, for everyone. I mean, you mentioned it. Even the methods in which we prepare foods. A lot of times we can eat things, but the way that we prepare it really begins to take away a lot of the nutritional values that's in it. And I think one of the things that we're seeing now more than ever, it's just a fast-paced society. Like, how many times have you been in your homes and you might have been sitting in the living room with your spouse or your kids or your grandkids, and everybody's looking down at their device and they're not talking to each other. And I think that just really carries over to our habits. And when you think about from a nutritional perspective, you know, what's one of the things that we do on a daily basis? We drink something and we eat something. And so if this is something that we do multiple times a day, I think a lot of us, until we're just, you know, forced to look at it, we don't really pay attention to what it is that we do. And if it's something that we consume on a daily basis, that should be a hint that we should really be responsible with the level of nutrition that we really begin to give ourselves. And I think for me, that's one of the things that really drew me to this opportunity with ID Life. I think a lot of times we're just going, you know, with the grind of things. We're in traffic. We come home. We prepare dinner. We prepare for the next day, and it's so mundane. But without stopping and pausing to really begin to look at how clean, you know, are the items that I actually consume or that I actually feed to my children. And I think a lot of times, you know, as it relates to nutrition, the way that we're brought up, we just continue those habits. And we never even question, you know, what's going to be a better way to do something. And I think that's one of the things, and I really appreciate you allowing Adagio and I to be here, is that we just want everyone to be conscious and to be mindful of what it takes to live a healthier life. And, you know, one of the things that I didn't mention earlier, I'll mention it now, is that when someone takes the assessment that's on the website, it's absolutely free, it's HIPAA compliant, but there's some things that's suggested to everyone that takes the assessment, whether you purchase something or not. There's some things that it actually suggests to you that will help you overall with your health. Now, obviously, you know, with the nutrition and the supplements that it suggests, you know, it's always my suggestion. Hey, listen, try it for 60 days. Let your body tell you how great it's been working for you. But even in the midst of that, some lifestyle things, you know, all of that stuff is addressed in it. And I think it's really, just to get back to your question, it's just really intentional component that all of us have to do in being responsible to just knowing what it is that we're putting in our bodies to give ourselves an opportunity and a chance to live a longer life.
Awesome. That's very good, and that's very needed, and I certainly do appreciate you guys bringing this alertness to us. Now, how can individuals listening, how can they get hold of your products, or how do they need to do? What's their next step as far as getting these products in their hands?
Well, before I give you that information, Apostle, I did want to let you speak. I didn't want to interrupt you. But just to kind of piggyback off what my partner was saying, you know, like you said, at the dinner table, everybody's looking down at devices. And now, me being a young man of 24, I knew of a time where, of course, I've always been in front of technology, but still there was, look, go outside, y'all go outside and play. Um, and
Hmm.
and one of the things that is so big to me is the kids line of nutrition, because I do believe, like he said, if you bring them up right, then they won't stray. So a big
Hmm.
emphasis is the kids line, because they can get the nutrition that they need. They see that their parents are doing the same thing, and it's really bridging a gap. We really bridge gaps in ID life, because not only do we have something for adults, that I, like I said, we're not making any stating any claims, but what if we could help you add 3 or 4 years to your life, just by getting healthy, and that's from an adult aspect, but also, helping your kids stay, stay healthy, get healthy, because there's a lot of obesity, there's a lot of things out there, that are in that younger generation now. So it's apparent that we're missing something, but we're helping bridge gaps, because not only are the adults participating, but we have kids participating as well, and we're creating moments, for families to
Hmm.
to uh, to really participate in something and also have fun, in a healthy way. Uh, so I just wanted to piggyback off what my partner was saying. But as far as getting in contact and checking out the products that we have, you can get in contact with me personally, by giving me a call at 910-379-9625, and that's, if you have any questions. I'm also going to let my partner give his information too. But to take a free assessment, you can type in and go to my website at Adagio Faison, and that is ADAGIOFAISON idlifeoffice.com, and that is IDLIFEOFFICE.com. And you can also reach my partner as well, and I'll let him give his contacts.
I'm sure. Thanks, Adagio. And I would definitely encourage everyone listening to visit Adagio's website and just take the assessment. I think it would be the first step of really, going towards some very nutritional goals that you may have in 2016. My number is 919-272-1898. And if you want to send me an email, you can do so at newseason@idlifeoffice.com.
Awesome, awesome. Now, gentlemen, and it sounds like that for the busy a person's busy life and fast-paced world that goes on, it sounds like that this product here is something that would help them not miss out on the nutritions and the vitamins and all that other stuff that is very much needed to keep their bodies going on and not wearing out. It sounds like that this here would be something ideal for them to be able to help them in their life and to help protect, because you've got a healthy body. Of course, that chases all sicknesses away when you've got a strong, healthy body that can fight, that be a good defense to fight away all of the diseases or many of the diseases that oftentimes attacks our life. And so I commend you guys in what you're doing and what you're offering and what you're placing out there. And so to the listening audience, please do. You've got the information. Check these guys out and what they have to offer, and see if that this can be something that'll help you and strengthen you. And as I said in the beginning of the show, that as the Word of God says, when you're strengthened, then you reach back and you strengthen your brothers. And so once I take it as this, once you have gotten out and got what you need, then reach back and help others come out so that they will be into a place of freedom just as you are. And so guys, Adagio and Michael, we thank you guys so much again for being on the show. Anything that you would like to add to this, gentlemen, before we in the closing remarks? Anything you would like to add to it?
I did leave out my in my email as well, and I would like
Okay.
to give that out for people who want to contact me through my email as
Mhm.
well, and that is Adagio Faison at Gmail, which that's my full name,
Mhm.
ADAGIOFAISON at Gmail, and I'll turn it over to my partner for any remarks that he has.
Yeah, I would definitely just like to just say again, we really appreciate this space on this A Better You segment. I'm very passionate as well as Adagio with helping individuals just really help not only impact your lives and your family lives, but I believe we can change the world one person at a time.
Mhm.
Definitely take a look at the information. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee on anything that you will look to purchase. So it's a safe place to be able to have good quality pharmaceutical grade nutritional type products. And the one thing that I would say is, a lot of times, when we look at whether it's our health goals, or maybe there's some weight you need to lose, we have a lot of things on there that can help. But to be partnered with, Jen Witherspoon, some may know from the Biggest Loser, you'll see some information about ID transformation on the website with her, as well as Troy Aikman, Hall of Fame quarterback. This is a viable space and time to really begin to get your goals accomplished. I just encourage you to take it one day at a time, literally until you get what you're really looking for, and I just believe that you can do it.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you again, gentlemen. We appreciate it to the highest, and for your time. And I know you're busy gentlemen. And Adagio, I don't know if you are aware of this or not, but you say you was from Sampson County, from Turkey, North Carolina. I was born and raised in Turkey, North Carolina as well. And
Oh, wow.
you probably came from the northern side of the little town of Turkey. I was born and raised on the southern side, half down
Mm-hmm.
towards as if you're going towards Harrods, Waycross area. And but we're still in the Turkey area. But we certainly do appreciate it. So thank you for having a homeboy on the show on today, and we appreciate it to the highest. And ladies and gentlemen, again, our time has come to an end. We appreciate you guys, and appreciate those of you that are tuning in on the broadcast today. And do again utilize that information. And before you leave, ladies and gentlemen that are tuning in, please, if you would, just don't leave the show without clicking like and letting us know that you appreciate or you enjoying this broadcast on today. And it will certainly help us as we're doing forth and going forth to know our listening audience, as well as that you are listening and appreciating what's taking place. And we'll thank you again. And until the next time, consider yourself have been equipped. Shalom.